Hello, hello, hello. It's Anne Lewis, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, based on the Sunshine Coast here in Queensland, Australia. Tonight I'm going to be showcasing how to step up the By Your Side kit, which is available from my online store I'm getting confused now, at annlewis.stampinup.net. They're all one. So Anne Lewis is one word, Stamping Up is one word, and obviously net is one word. So welcome everybody who's watching tonight. So if you are here, leave a comment so I know, and let me know where you're from. Now I'm going to start a little bit of a war. Not a real war. Is it dogs or cats? What should I pick? Because this kit has both, and I'll explain how this kit comes together in a couple of seconds. So thank you so much for joining me today. In this step-by-step video, I will be sharing some fabulous tips, tricks, and just those hints, I suppose, of how to step up your card making so that it is even more fun. Tonight I'm going to be showing you how to do a shaker card. I haven't made a shaker card, actually, I don't think for a couple of years. What I love about them is they're interactive, but this one's such an easy one and all the work is already done for you with the kit. It doesn't come with a shaker card. That's kind of a step-up version that I've put together for you tonight. Now, there's a couple of things I want to walk through first, which I will do. But again, I will do a random draw for anyone who leaves a comment, and I will send you out a card in the mail as well before I go away. And for those who follow me, you know that I head off overseas on Sunday. So it's getting a little close and it's getting a little hectic. So if you enjoy tonight, share this live with your friends, and if you want to see even more of my projects, subscribe to my channel or my page. So let's get started. So we've got a couple here. So hi Glenda, hi the two Glendas. Good to see you here. Now I'll walk you through what the projects are. So I'll come off. And as you see, every week I have a different view for my cameras. I'm trying to get what I like, but I can pull it up one week, but the next week it's not available. So I'm not sure why that actually is. So let's keep going. Now, I'll just get rid of this so you can see what I'm talking about. So these are the two standard cards that come with the kit. So there's 8 cards in the kit. So 8 card bases, 8 envelopes, plus all the goodies for this. Now they're easy cards, but I love them even though I'm an avid stamper and I love, stepped up projects, but I love them because I don't have to think too much. Now, before I move on to the other 2 projects, let's see what actually comes in this kit. First off, wait a minute, what's going to happen here. It's going to go everywhere. But it comes in this cute little box. Now, I've got quite a few videos on my live that shows you how to decorate these boxes and sizes, etc. Because they're perfect to use as a gift box, to throw your supplies back in, to store some craft supplies. So I love, love, love these boxes. In fact, I've probably given more away as gift boxes than I've actually got in my craft room. So let's go. So they come with instructions. So the instructions are simple instructions because they're simple cards, and it's not too much reading required. It's all done by pictures, and there's 2 different versions of cards, and over the back there's also what should be found in your kit, So you'll see that the colours are basic black, Cajun craze, calypso coral, copper clay, crumb cake, old olive, and petal pink. But the interesting thing is you get 8 cats and 8 dogs. Even though you've only got 8 card bases, you get 8 dogs and 8 cats. So you can pick whether this is going to be a completely dog card set or kit, or it's going to be a completely cat kit. They're hard to say, cat kit, or whether you're going to mix them up. Now, it comes with, I'll show you. Now, I'd like to welcome Elizabeth as well. Hi. Comes with a block, which makes it so good because they're a little finer than the ones that we have in the catalogue, but they work really well. And they're a good size for anything that you're stamping from the kit. And it comes with a little stamp set, which I've already pulled kind of apart. But wait a minute, can I see? Oh, well, the sentiments say, best friends forever. You make my, what does it say? I've got to pull it off so I can read it. You make my heart happy, which I have to say this kit does. Here's to a true friend, and I'll always be by your side. Plus, it's got this little bone, plus a little fish and some paws. Now, one, which I didn't realise when I first made the cards, one's bigger than the other. So I'm assuming that's the cat one and that's the puppy dog paws. So I'll put that over to the side. Now, the envelopes are also super cute. So they come in 2 different colour schemes. There's a little space here that if you want to put a paw or some other stamp there, you can add the fish, whatever you like. They're nice size envelopes. They're not lined like some of them are. And then the card bases, which are, so you get 2 different sorts of card bases. That's the card bases. So it's got an old olive finish to it. Then it comes with, have I got one with all of them? Here's one with all of them. I think there's 4 sheets of these. So that makes 16 die cuts all up. How cute are they? So, hi Gail. Glenda Lavender loves this kit as well. So, love these. So, and what else do we have in here? So we have the die cuts, plus we have these little sentiment blocks. Now there's 12 of these. Stamping Up always adds spares. Now I could say they add spares because in case we make a mistake, and that could be true, but I use them on other cards, and I'll show you what I've done in a second. Now, just because you have a kit doesn't mean you can only use it in the kit. In other words, you make your 8 cards and everything left over or the stamp set can't be used again. So as you know, I'm going to have 8 die cuts left over. So I thought I'd show you a really quick and easy way. This is just an idea to get you inspired. I thought I'd use one of our note cards and envelopes. Here's my envelope, which I've decorated as well. And I've added one of the die cuts. I just got some DSP, and I can't remember the name of it. And unfortunately, I've lost the thing, and I didn't have time to look it up. But it's one from the mini catalogue that's about to retire. And I've just used the die cut. Now, this is one of the centres. Oh, I'm just trying to put this out of the way. I've got to find, I know. So it's one of these centres, which we don't need for the cards tonight, but why let it go to waste? So I always use everything in the kit, and it just works out really well. It's such a cute card. and it's making more use, and it stretches the actual kit. So that's that one. Now, this is what I'm going to finish with tonight. So it's a shaker card, and easy to do with this kit. As soon as I saw this kit, I thought it's got to be a shaker card. And what I love about shaker cards, if I can get that glare off it, is it's an interactive card. So those bits move, and that just adds a little bit of extra interest, and it makes it look a lot more stepped up. Hi, Nell. Good to see you. So let's do, what I'm going to do is make one of these cards just so you can see how easy this card is to make. Oh, it also comes, I forgot, sorry, I am jumping around a little tonight. It also comes with some dimensionals, a sheet of dimensionals actually, which have obviously got caught up in something, so I can't find them, but that's okay. I'll use my dimensionals. So let's get started. I've already, done the, can I say, the hard work. So this is my card base. This is a portrait card. So portrait goes vertical, or the length way, the longer length sits vertical. And I've got this die cut, which it comes with the kit. Don't have to do anything else. I've got some little hearts that I can pop out. Now I could use these in the shaker card if I wished. Maybe I will. Well, let's see. We'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. The color doesn't actually match really well. So all I'm going to do is grab some of my dimensionals, put it on the back. Now, before I do that, I want to stamp this little paw print and this little paw print here. And what I didn't mention before, actually I'll pop this just on there so I don't lose it, is it also comes with an old olive stamping spot. So it's pretty good. Well, not just pretty good, it's fabulous value. Now, when I'm using a stamping spot, I only take off one side. I only open it on one side so I don't lose the lid, so it stays together. Stamping spots are, not only can you use them on stamps, on small stamps, but sometimes they're great for techniques. And another week I will show you how I actually use stamping spots. So let's grab this, and I'll find one of my paw prints. Hopefully it's the small one. I'm sure it is. Now for these stamp sets, always make sure you clean them with your stamping scrub beforehand, because sometimes they come with a manufacturing, like a film over them. And stamp them and stamp off a few times on a scrap piece of paper to get it to stamp nicely. Also, they're photopolymer, so you may need, have I got one on sitting on my desk? I think I do. Oh, maybe not. No, I don't. Is like a little paper piercing, but I could easily use a mouse mat, especially this one because it's nice and soft. So I've shifted this away now. Obviously my mouse mat looks a little dirty. It does pick up a little bit of ink on when it's near all my crafting stuff. So I just want to put one up here. And then I'll put another one down the bottom. And then I'm going to, there it is. I can then put this on here. So I need some more dimensionals. Oh, I didn't show you about these little heart. I'll just put them there so you can see. They're like metallic little hearts. They really make this pop. Hi Myrtle, how are you? Tonight I'm using the By Your Side kit and we're going to do a shaker card. But before we get to the shaker card, I'm going to be just doing a basic card so you see how easy this kit is to come together. Now there's instructions, but you don't have to follow the instructions, as you know. You can kind of do what you like, I think. Whatever works for you. So there we go. Now I'll grab, how about we do a pussycat this time? Nobody told me whether you love dogs or cats. So let's see. Well, I've used all. Should I use the green? Yeah, let's use this pussycat. Oh no, I love this dog. Sorry, you're not voting on dogs or cats here. I thought you'd actually care which one I used. Hello. So he's going to sit there. I've got my little sentiment here, and he's going to say, my sentiment's going to say, you make my heart happy. And I've got the block here. Grab my ink pad, or my ink spot. Now these are linen, so they're fairly forgiving. You can add lots of ink. Of course, you can use re-inkers if they need re-inking. So I've got lots of ink on there. Now I want it a little bit to my right. Stamps kind of season, so the more you use them, I've just opened this, so it hasn't been stamped a lot. So here you go. So I want this. I love this little black trim. I use it a little differently in the next card. So I'm grabbing some multi-purpose glue. Now I could pop this up, but I'm using the dimensionals that come with the kit, but I won't. I only want this on the top piece. I don't want to add glue everywhere because this hangs over. And I think it will kind of sit there. I don't know. Every card turns out differently, as we know. There we go. I was never into cats until magic moved in. I am smitten. Yes, everyone knows I'm a cat person, but I've got no cats at the moment. None. They all kind of grew old and unfortunately had to be put down. And I'm traveling a little bit this year, so I probably will eventually get another cat or two. Won't be 3. So I'll pop this up. I don't want his tail to hang off too far. He can hang off just a little. Then I've got one of these little gold hearts, which I can add to there, which just tidies up that corner a little bit. So how easy was that? As you see, took a couple of seconds. But let's change this up and let's make the shaker card, because that's probably the highlight for today. But I wanted to show you how nice these actually are. So I'm going to bring back the shaker card. I've got lots of tips and tricks for shaker cards. I'll put those over there. So let's bring this here. Let's tidy up a little bit. Let my OCD streak shine through a bit. So I'm going to be using this card base. I always put the corners together. So these corners down here. Grab my bone folder, because these are machine scored, so they're not always perfect. So this is how you get them perfect. And if you haven't got them still perfect when you do that, have another go. So I just have got that a little off. That's okay. I don't. So now we're okay. Now I'm going to grab little pieces. I'm going to grab this die cut here. Now there's a bit of a secret to this, which I didn't realise when I made the first card, is it is, whilst it looks square, it is a little longer than it is, a little wider than it is longer. That's probably a better way. And so you want the width, and I'm not sure of the measurement here, but you want the 4-inch, and this is 3 3/4. So you want the 4-inch going across, otherwise the card doesn't come together really well. So going to sit there, and I want, see how there's a white bit here? I want to hide that. Don't mind down here because you're actually not going to see it. Now, how do I make the shaker card? It's easy, easy peasy. So I I haven't die cut. I just cut out a sheet of window sheet. So it's, I don't know, hard plastic, I suppose, that is going to sit on the back to seal that window, to stop any of my, or in this case, sequins, escaping. Now, to secure it, I do two things. I grab my tear and tape. It's the easiest. I actually work on two sides. So on this side, I'm going to be working around the edge with my tear and tape. Now, this is looking a little dirty. Let's see if I've got a bit of a cloth here to clean that up. It's been sitting on my desk since I cut it out. And it does pick up a little bit of static. So I have my stamping buddy, which will remove that static. Because what happens is if you don't remove the static, my sequins will stick to this plastic sheet. So there's tip number 1 for making a shaker card. Just gently rub your stamping buddy, which is an anti-static tool. You don't want to tap it too hard. You don't want white stuff all over it. So that's going to be on the inside. I need my tape on the other side. And what happened to my tear and tape? I pulled it out. Oh, here it is. Holy moly. So I want my ruler here. So I'm putting this around the outside. And just to make it easy to tear, I could use my fingernails, but I use my ruler. Just the very edge of it. Now I can't, with the size that I've cut this, I can't go too far in with my tear and tape. I've got to keep it to the very edge. And my tear and tape is 3.5 inches by 3.25 inches. Got that measurement actually in the description. Now you could die cut the inside for a shaker card using any of your dies or a punch. But this one already came with it die cut, so that made it even better. So all I have to do is peel, actually before I peel that off, now this is going to sit like that underneath, right? So on this side of it here, I want to add a little bit more tear tape. Now I'll show you the why of that. Well, actually it doesn't really show it on here. I'm just being super careful to keep it nice and tight so nothing escapes. Now I don't think I did this on the first one, but I changed my mind and thought I should have. I don't. So I'm going to pick this up. This is the inside of my die cut, or the wrong side. And then I want to place this. Oh, don't want him on there. This is, so I want to place this way. So let's undo this. Now I always burnish, got these little hearts everywhere. I always burnish this to make it really easy to pick up. I'm probably off screen here. I'm just taking the protective layer off. So it will stick. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to lift. I think it has to do with the hot weather. So remember, there's a long and a short way of here, so I want to make sure I've got this right. And remember, I don't want any tear tape showing through that little window that I've made. I'm just putting that down there. And this is looking a little scuzzy. Let's grab, see if I can just, I might have to, first one I used was pretty clean because it, I'm going to do both sides because I'm not sure where the scuzzy bit sits. And I've got a rag here. Right. And then I'm going to, now if I grab my card, this is my card, so I want it to sit like that. So I want it to pop up to allow plenty of room for the sequins inside. So let's grab some foam adhesive sheets, which come in packs like this. And first off, I want to go around this circle to keep all those sequins in. Now, next trick or tip is use your embossing buddy on the side, just in case there's any adhesive on there, which stops those little sequins getting caught, not on the side that's supposed to be adhered. Now, this is just a leftover piece. Now, if this was a black sheet, I would colour the sides using a, I'll just show you with perhaps a Sharpie. Let's pull this off. Hi, Madeline, how are you? I had 3 cats at one stage, but sadly they have all gone to heaven now. I only have my little dog. I know, it's sad. Losing animals is so hard. Now, I'm just going to show you what I would do if I wanted this to be black on the sides. Oh, I've got a thick Sharpie. Don't know that I do. Yes, I do. Right. All I would do is just go along it like that and black it so it doesn't show. If I had a black top sheet, it doesn't show through. So I don't need to do that for this one. I want it to stay white. I've got to make sure that sits on the same side. Now I don't want it too close to the edge, so this is seen. And I also don't want any little holes in it, because any little holes, those little sequins, will sneak through. We don't want that. And once I stick this all the way down, this these foam adhesive sheets strips, sorry, are so flexible. It makes this job really, really simple. So just cut this so it fits and joins up. Now, you could use, if you don't have foam adhesive strips, even though they certainly are the perfect thing for this. Now, what I want to be able to do is push that down so that there isn't any gaps under here, right? We don't want any gaps because I can tell you those little sequins will slide under there and get stuck. Now, whilst I've got this tape out, I'm going to also pop up the outside to hold it in place. I use a fair bit of this tonight. Kind of lasts forever, but when you're doing a project like this, it does use a fair bit. Now, on this side, on the outside, you just have to do it in strips. You don't have to go edge to edge because there won't be any sequins trying to get through here. I just need enough to pop it up. So, like this, I could use dimensionals, except this foam adhesive sheet is slightly thicker than our dimensional, so it's better to keep with that. Now, see how this is moved? I don't want that. I want that to join. And there's no little holes there. Now, what I want to do, so I'm going to peel all that off. And so Gail likes shaker cards. Now, what I then do, look, I've got so many sequins in my craft stash. I thought I'd try, these are the ones, I've got two different sorts. So I don't know whether you can see. Let's take the lid off. Let's see if you can let me know. Okay, so I can use these, which are a little Christmassy, I think, but they would work. They're a little brighter in real life than they look on the camera, I think. Or these, which, well, you can kind of see these. So these are, I'm going to go Calypso Corally and probably a Bermuda Bay because they are retired. This is just a great way for me to get rid of my retired sequins or little loose bits. Now, I could have actually thrown these in, but I won't. But I also forgot to do something else. I forgot to do two things before. Really wanted to stamp on here some little footprints, which I don't know what happened there. So I'm going to close my eyes and hope that this is going to work. Remember, that's going like that. Not adding as many as I did last time, but I will add the ones on the inside here. So I can just slide those out of the way for a second. Work out where these are going to go. What I did on the first one, which was the right way of doing it, stamp there, and then before I put the window sheet on, stamp on the inside. But there's always a way, you know me, there's always a way to fix. More than one way, can I say, to skin a cat? Doesn't sound right. But anyway, let's just line this up so I get a bit of an idea. So it's about there. Oops! Stuck. Righto. We'll have to pick them up now. Didn't expect that. So it sits there, and I want another one up the top over here. Righto. Let's get these little hooers back on. Right, maybe that's not going to work. You know these are going to go everywhere, don't you? You can see the writing on the wall. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I'll be a little smarter and try and do it like this. Well, so far, no disaster. Put your silicone mat to stamp on it. Put your silicone mat to stamp on it. I'm not sure. Not sure what you're saying there. Now, so here we go. So remember, it's got to go the longest way. I just double check. It's definitely this way. I didn't put as many on this time, as many sequins in it. So I'm just lining it up in the center. Now, what I want to do before those sequins move is really press this down, especially that center, to make sure none of those sequins escape. There we go. So already you can see works well. Now, the piece you want the paws on, put it on your silicone mat. Is it too late, I think? So I'm just going to close my eyes and hope that this is going to work. This is not good technique, just if anyone's thinking this is the way you should do it. I should have stamped it before I did anything. As I said, it's easy. Alright, so we're going across here. I'm hoping this is going to work. Don't know that it is. Oh, it's close. But you'll get the idea. And then I'm going to have him walking off. This one's a little better. This one's not, it was a little harder to stamp it. Now I'm going to add that cute dog, because I love this dog on this card. Right. So he's going to sit there, but I want to, and I've got a little, probably pulled him out somewhere. I want that little black strip. So see how I put the little black strip? Well, he's cut off one of these pieces, but I've already got one cut that I used. This might be him here. Here he is. So I just want to cut this off, so I'll grab my trimmer. Let's put a lid on here, because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to go everywhere. I can see my trimmer's a bit of crap in it at the moment, so clean it out. Right. This piece I'm going to have to use. So I want this piece down here. And I'll attach it with some multi-purpose glue. And we're going to have a go at fixing that. This might be one of those things that the more you do, the worse it gets. But I'm going to have a go at fixing that little paw print. See if I can make him look a little better. And my little black. So he just sits a little over that, so there's no gap. Tiny bit there, and a little off the. I can take him off as far as I like. Don't want him too far over here, otherwise I lose my shaker card. Can you tell me? I don't want anything there to glue, so I just want down the bottom. Can you tell me why when I make a mistake I get hot? This room heats up by about 20 degrees. And so I'll just have him here. Wish I had stamped this all beforehand, but I don't know. So up here, I'm going to actually do it on a little strip. I did try, because again, last time I didn't stamp before I stuck him on. So this time I'm using Here's to a True Friend. Actually, I'd like to use a thank you. I've got my a little thank you, because you know how many thank you cards I use. Nope, don't have any. So let's just stamp this on. Now, I could use a little strip of basic white cardstock, but it's always slightly different, our basic white cardstock, to that hasn't come up very well. Can I turn it over? Not sure I even cleaned this before, like used the stamping scrub on it beforehand. So here we go. Let's try it again. Grab the trimmer. It's a little big. Cut this bit off as well. I don't know, kind of happy with that. So then I'll use my gold. He's just going to sit up there. I'll pop him up with, I'll use some mini dimensionals. There's so many mini dimensionals in each sheet. It takes me a while to go through them. So whilst I'm just doing this last little bit of the card, don't forget that the clearance rack has been restocked yesterday. So let's put that there. Oh. All right. And there's my little card, but you can see my paw print isn't perfect, so let's have a go. So I'm going to grab my blender pen I should say, and let's see if I can improve it slightly. Now I wouldn't normally do it like this, but let's have a go. Hold on. I don't know, that's clean. I only want to pick up a little bit of colour. Never turns out the same, but it was worth a go. I'll add a little bit more colour, a little bit more texture, and it isn't too bad actually. So hopefully you can see that. So I've kind of fixed it just by adding a little bit of texture, and I don't think you'll actually even notice. So there we go. You can hear it and see why I like them. Now let's bring back the cards. Oh, and I've also got the Last Chance sale happening. So many sales, so many great discounts at the moment. And there's still some really good products left. So I've done, so there's my 2 shaker cards. They're always, I've got to add a little heart. Got to have that little heart. Now I did do a little trick for this. I'm going to grab another one of these mini dimensionals. And you know me, use a technical stamping term, shove it under here. Because I don't want and peel off the back. And then just add this, and this will just give it a little bit of support. Off the edge. So now I've got the little gold heart on. I got sidetracked then. So, and don't forget that the new 2024-25 annual catalogue goes live on the 1st of May. This is going to, I do another live from Mexico probably around our Friday. So probably Thursday night in Mexico, Friday morning here. I'll let you know and advertise it with Christine. So it's going to be a question and answer session. So I'm still looking for some questions. Thank you, Marianne, for sending me some. But if you've got some questions, how do I come up with projects? What's my favorite? I don't know. What do you actually want to know? And it can be for Christine. And as I posted on her page today, all the hard ones for Christine and all the easy ones for me. But text me, message me before I go, or even once I'm over there. Or you can ask in the comments on the night, but it's a little harder for us to organise because there's such a delay between what I read on my computer when we're live and when you actually do it. So Madeline liked the first black and white card. Carol liked the cards as well. I mean, I love this card and it's so simple and it just uses the leftover. Now, I didn't tell you the theory of using the black and white, but when you don't know what colour to pick, black and white is such a good neutral colour for most colour schemes. I am away. I come back for a couple of days in between my trip to Mexico and also I go away actually on holidays to Europe for 5 weeks. So I won't be doing any Facebook Lives, but hopefully I will have put together, this is fingers crossed, put together some videos that you won't have seen with some great products. And I'll also be doing a catalogue walkthrough. And I'm taking my laptop and we'll still be checking all the emails, keeping you up to date on all the news. So you won't be forgotten, but I will still be having an amazing time. I am really looking forward to it. So thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed these projects tonight. And it was nice to do a shaker card. And for those that haven't done shaker cards before or haven't done one for a while, how easy they are actually. Oh, I should be showing you. I'm here somewhere. Where am I? There I am. And I think I can do better than that. Can I? Right. Hopefully it's inspired you to make a shaker card and you've now got a few more tips and tricks on how to make them successful. So I will see you all, in a week probably, and then you'll still hear from me and see me because I'll be posting on my Facebook page, keeping everyone up to date, and also hopefully sending out some emails as well. So thanks everybody for all your best wishes. I think I need them. And Glenda said, I'm sure you and Christine will have a wow time. We can't wait to get together. It's going to be so much fun. And where we're staying. There is so much to do, and I will post you some fun photos of us, I think, just enjoying ourselves, swimming and maybe zip lining. Not sure about that. And Glenda says she loves all 4 cards. And if you haven't commented on which card you like, because this is the way I decide which card to send you, leave in the comments which card you actually like. So 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 cards basically. We won't talk about that one that I did tonight, but 3 cards. Oh, I've got a pussycat. Oh, I've got 4. Okay, so they're the 4 cards. I've got them mixed up. So we have 2 pussycats, 2 dogs. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me know which card you actually like. And thank you, everybody, for your lovely thoughts and best wishes. I will miss you all, and I can't wait to get back. But I am going to have so much fun whilst I'm away, and I will really enjoy it and take advantage of it. Nobody's helping me out which card. Oh, Myrtle does. It's interesting that people are liking number 1, and it's the one that combines leftovers from the kit and just with a really, really simple design. So thanks, everybody. You each keep safe and well, so that when I get back, I've got lots to talk to you about. Bye for now.